airspace, but they are grossly underreported. These sightings are not rare or isolated, they are routine. Military aircrew and commercial pilots, trained observers whose lives depend on accurate identification, are frequently witnessing these phenomena.
I was informed in the course of my official duties of a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program.
The technology that we faced was far superior than anything that we had. You're talking something that can go into space, go someplace, drop down in a matter of seconds, do whatever it wants, and leave, and there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing.
David Grush, who sat on a U.S. Air Force panel on UAPs, he says that he was informed of a UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program based on interviewing 40 witnesses over 4 years. Does such a program exist, and do you believe that the American people deserve to know if it does?
I have no information on that to provide for you today, one way or the other.
And then in terms of multidimensionality, that kind of thing, the framework that I'm familiar with, for example, is something called the holographic principle. It derives itself from general relativity and quantum mechanics, and that is, if you want to imagine a 3D object such as yourself casting a shadow onto a 2D surface, that's the holographic principle. So you can be projected, quasi-projected from higher dimensional space to lower dimensional. It's a scientific trope that you can actually cross, literally, as far as I understand, but there's probably guys with PhDs that we could probably argue about that.
But you have...
What's going on, y'all? Shout out to the Black Squad. I am Kenyatta Black. Thank you for tuning in. Before we get into it, as always, make sure you follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram at Kenyatta_Black. You're going to want to follow me on Instagram so you can have access to the content that you will not get here on YouTube or on Facebook, such as Kenyatta's Thoughts, where I give you my thoughts and opinions on certain trending topics, as well as the Live with Martin Sports series that will be uploaded as soon as I reach 100 followers. The Live with Martin Sports series is everybody's favorite, so make sure you follow me on Instagram so we can go ahead and get it popping with the Live with Martin Sports series, because I'm constantly seeing videos that I would absolutely love to make videos for the Live with Martin Sports series, but y'all are taking forever to bring your black asses on over to Instagram and follow a brother on Instagram. And as always, if you like the content here on Facebook, go ahead and bless that Cash App, $BLAXKSQUAD, or you can hit the PayPal. All of that is in the description box. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. I know I got people coming over and watching the streams and they not subscribing to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, baby. We're trying to crack 1,000 subs, man. Let's get this channel monetized, baby. So without further delay, let's get right into it, man. This conversation is an old conversation. I think we've all been having this conversation since we were children, and our parents and grandparents were probably having this conversation when they were children. This is a very old conversation. Centuries old, maybe even thousands of years old, I think recently, probably maybe within the last century, the conversation has picked up steam, especially with the growing level of technology that we are now capable of, And, I guess I'll get right into it. My opinion is that there is absolutely intelligent life on other planets throughout the vast, endless universe. You know what I'm saying? Because, the universe is infinite. The universe is infinite. There is no edge of the universe. You know what I'm saying? Once upon a time, people believed, that if you sailed out too far into the ocean, you would fall off the edge and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no edge of the universe. the universe is infinite. And, there are trillions upon trillions upon trillions of stars. Even at night, if you just look up in the sky, right? For every star you see, there's possibly 10 to 20 planets orbiting that star. So to think that in an infinite universe with trillions upon trillions upon trillions upon trillions upon trillions of planets, many of them being Earth-like planets, to think that this is the only planet within an infinite universe, that this is the only planet that's got life on it, that I think that's pretty silly. Just flat out ridiculous. And I might even go a step further to say intellectually lazy. I think that is an intellectually lazy thing to say or believe, that this is the only planet in the universe with life, and even intelligent life, capable of building a civilization, and more than likely capable of building a civilization that far surpasses the one that we've built, right? And I'm of the belief that there are so many people who believe that this is the only planet in the entire universe that have life on it, because the overwhelming majority of people on this planet identify themselves as either Christian or Muslim. And the Bible and the Quran don't say anything about life on other planets. So a lot of people are of the opinion that if there were life on other planets, God would have said so, right? Which, again, not to disrespect anybody's religion or anybody's belief, but again, that is intellectually lazy. Again, I'm not going to disrespect anybody's religion, anybody's belief. Believe what you want to believe, but that is intellectually lazy. Again, just with I believe up to this point, I believe they've discovered up to 4,000 Earth-like planets. And that's just in the universe that they've been able to see. Just in the parts of the universe that they've actually been able to see. They've discovered about 4,000 Earth-like planets. So are we to believe that there is not intelligent life on at least several of those Earth-like planets? If not damn near all of those Earth-like planets. Then when you take into, also you got to take into account, right? When you think about it, our idea of a planet capable of sustaining life is limited to our really basic understanding of our own solar system. You know what I'm saying? We see within our own solar system that, our planet is, not too close to the sun, not too far from the sun. We've got oxygen and we've got water. We've got great conditions for sustaining life. So we think, or a lot of people think, that only a planet like this one is capable of sustaining life. Life could only exist on a planet like ours, like Earth. But how do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know life couldn't form and evolve and exist on a planet that was nothing like Earth? or maybe in some ways similar to Earth, but in many ways very different from Earth. You know what I'm saying? And the life on that planet evolved to be able to survive in that environment on that planet. And it is, in fact, intelligent life on that planet, possibly with technology that far surpasses ours, possibly with a civilization that would make ours look primitive. And their planet is nothing like Earth in most ways. How do you know that only an Earth-like planet could sustain life? You don't know that. I mean, even if you look just next door on Mars, I believe they've recently discovered, maybe within the last 10 to 20 years, that apparently they believe there are entire oceans under the surface of Mars. Now, obviously, that would, I mean, if you're talking about oceans and you're talking about water, that's life in itself. Now, you would have to believe that there's got to be some sort of life in that water, whether it's just simply single cell organisms and bacteria. That's life. That qualifies as life. Or is it possible that there's significant marine life in these alleged oceans that they've allegedly discovered under the surface of Mars? It's possible. That in itself would be life. Not the point being, Mars is nothing like Earth. You know what I'm saying? So, point being, with the unimaginable number of Earth-like planets, as well as when you come to the realization that a planet does not have to be like Earth to be able to sustain life, there's no fucking way that Earth is the only planet within this infinite universe that has life on it. There's no fucking way. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. You know what I'm saying? And then too, on a, I guess, I don't know how you might want to describe this, but would you really want to be would you really want to be alone in this universe? Would you really want to be alone in the universe? Now, I'll put it this way, though. I'll put it this way. If one day you look up in the sky and there's a fucking mothership. if one day you look up in the sky and there's a mothership hanging over your city, I'll tell you right now, you'd better hope and pray that they came here to make friends. you better hope and pray that they came here to make friends. Or they got lost and they just stopped to ask for directions or some shit. Because in the event that we were, visited by some friends from another galaxy, if they came looking for a fight, then we're definitely going to get our asses whipped. We're definitely going to get our asses whipped. Because if you think about it, we don't have the technology to be able to, travel from planet to planet. We can't even travel to the next planet over. Yeah, we've sent craft. You know what I'm saying? We've sent different crafts. Russia has sent numerous crafts to Venus. We've actually traveled to the moon, but that's it. That's nowhere near as far as the next planet over. You know what I'm saying? We've sent craft to Mars and we've sent craft into outer space, but we've never actually put a man on Venus or put a man on Mars. You know what I'm saying? The next two planets over. So if some friends from another galaxy were to visit us, then that obviously means that they have technology that far surpasses ours, to the point that their technology would probably look like magic to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, their technology would probably look like magic to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine traveling back to the 3rd century with a fucking iPhone. You would be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or worst case scenario, they might think you're a fucking wizard or a warlock or some shit, or a witch. Try to burn your ass at the stake, because your iPhone would look like magic to them. You know what I'm saying? That's how that if we were to be visited by some extraterrestrials from another galaxy, we had better hope that they came to make friends. Because again, if they came looking for a fight, if they came looking to take something, there's nothing we could do about it. There would be little to nothing we could do about it. Which reminds me, I saw something not too long ago where, these brilliant fucking scientists of ours have been sending radio frequencies and radio waves into outer space, hoping to make contact with an alien civilization. And I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, what? Bruh, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Somebody get Neil deGrasse on the phone and come on, man. Tell these people stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're sending radio waves and radio frequencies into outer space, hoping to make contact with some alien civilization. You're teetering on the line of trying to pick a fight that you can't fucking win. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, like I said a second ago, if some alien civilization were to visit us, we had better hope that they came looking for friends, right? Because if they came looking for a fight, we're going to get our ass kicked. So only one of two things is going to happen here. Either you are going to either some alien civilization that is actually capable of, what would you call it, intergalactic travel, would pick up the frequency and come looking. And again, we better hope that they are a friendly species, or be a civilization like ours that's not capable of intergalactic travel would pick up the signal and they would send a signal back. And, we would basically play tag with the signals back and forth, communicating with one another, But that's for the sake of the argument, that is too much of a risk to take. If I could be dictator of the world for a day, that shit would stop. Y'all ain't sending no more fucking signals into space, man. Cut that shit out. But yeah, I heard about that like maybe a week ago. That these fucking scientists have been sending radio frequencies and radio waves into outer space, hoping to make contact. And that's just, I swear, a lot of, it's like they say, some smart people are just fucking dumb, right? Because that's, I'm sorry, that's a dumb thing to do. That is a dumb thing to do. But that is my opinion. That is my opinion. I am of the opinion that there is absolutely life on other planets. I believe that there is life on many, many, many planets. And again, understand that the universe is infinite. And there are literally hundreds of millions, maybe even billions, possibly trillions of galaxies. There's no fucking way this is the only planet with life on it. And understanding, see, if you understand how the universe is infinite, then you have to imagine that there have to be pockets of this infinite universe where let's call it intergalactic travel is actually fucking normal. You have to believe that. Where there's a pocket, several pockets in the universe that are probably God knows how many light years away from each other, but certain pockets where intergalactic travel is actually fucking normal. And, you know, in their corner of the universe, they travel that way like me and you take the fucking subway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people are slow to try to even wrap their mind around it because they immediately think it's, you know, it's like something out of a movie, you know, fairy tale, science fiction type of shit. Like, nah, man. Like, really sit down and think about it. Really sit down and think about it. Do you seriously think in an infinite universe with trillions and trillions and trillions of planets, hundreds of millions of galaxies, this is the only one with life on it? That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense that this would be the only planet with life on it. Because if that's the case, if this is the only planet in the entire universe with life on it, then you would have to imagine that there being life on this planet was simply a fluke. You would have to imagine that there being life on this planet was something that wasn't supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? If there are trillions upon trillions of planets in the entire in the universe, and this is the only one with life on it, then it would stand to reason that there wasn't supposed to be life here. I mean, you know, think about it. Think about it. But yeah, man, that's my opinion. I just wanted to give my opinion on that because, you know, like I said, it's an old conversation. It's an old conversation, and people have been having the conversation forever. You know, we've been having the conversation since we were children, you know. And, you know, of course, Hollywood has made billions off of the idea of Earth being visited by aliens. It's, you know, it's in pop culture. It's everywhere, you know. I don't think people really sit down and seriously think about it. You know what I'm saying? And I think for the most part because they're afraid of what somebody else is going to say about, you know, what, you know, their thoughts or opinions on the matter might be. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn what you think, because you just sat here for the last 20 minutes and listened to me articulate exactly why I believe there's life on other planets. Many, many, many other planets. So, you know. But yeah, man, I am Kenyatta Black. Thank you for tuning in. This was a quick one. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram at Kenyatta_Black. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click that bell icon so you get all notifications for when I drop a video or go live. And if you like the content, you want to support this Black Squad platform, go ahead and bless the Cash App, $ Black Squad, or you can hit the PayPal. All of that is in the description box. So until next time, and there will be a next time, shout out to the Black Squad. Deuces.